I would like to thank Carissa McKnight for this story. Here we go again with them nitpicking about our hair. This got to come up every year, and it's always got to be some school, some university, some college, some elementary school. It's always something. Anything just to have some complaint. So, this is a college basketball player by the name of Tyler Williams. And when you see his hair, there's absolutely nothing wrong with his hair. It's not like it's flopping all around in his face and, it's going to interfere with him playing in a game. So this is a college basketball player. Says coach kicked him off team because of his dreadlocks. And this is September 5th, 2019. And here he is right here. This bothered the coach. We got to stop giving in to their demands about our hair. Plain and simple. You know, they don't do this to any other race of people. And don't come here trying to act like other races of people don't do this. Yes, you do. We even seen them old dookie looking dreadlocks you try to have. They look horrible, but we've seen them. And not to mention the rainbow colors that we see people put in their hair and all kinds of things. People do all kinds of things with their hair, but the only complaint they have is about our hair. It's just limited to us. So he played as a guard in Arkansas, D2 University of Arkansas, Fort Smith Lions men's basketball team as recent as last month, and he was set to come back for his senior season as the program's leading return scorer until he was abruptly dismissed from the team by a new head coach, Jim Boone, on August 16th. Williams says he was kicked off because Boone wouldn't allow players with dreadlocks to play for him, which is dumb. I don't see how the way his hair looks is going to interfere with a basketball game. It's stupid. It's nitpicking. It's being petty. Williams moved back to Oklahoma and enrolled at Southern Nazarene University, and his story went viral last weekend after UAFS student released excerpts from a letter sent by the Williams family to the school, where they detailed blatant demonstrative discrimination against their son by Boone. So he's holding this position over some damn hair. Over hair. All right, so this is a tweet from Julia as a of UAFS. I will not be attending any UAFS basketball games while Coach Jim Boone still holds his position. If discrimination like this because of someone's natural hairstyle doesn't infuriate you, then there's a problem. I encourage students from UAFS to speak up. So that went out September 1st. Williams spoke to the Oklahoman and provided the paper with a copy of a recording of his family's meeting with Boone on August 16th. To kick someone off the team because of their hair, that's not right, Williams said. I felt disrespected and devalued after he told me that. Per transcript of the meeting, William reminded Boone, you had talked about my hair and you not liking it and not wanting to recruit anybody with locks like mine. Boone replied, "It's not that we don't recruit them, but we make it very clear that once they get in here, they are not going to have their hair that way." Well, who are you, Boone? Who the hell is this Jim Boone? No, you don't get to dictate to somebody what their hair should be like. This is them going overboard again. No, no. I told you, though, because you were here before me, that I did not think it was fair for me to tell you you needed to cut your hair, that I was going to let you have it. So, this coming from the coach. First of all, the coach is way out of line, getting way too personal with his racism as far as I'm concerned, because you're not doing this to anybody else. Williams then asked if Boone didn't want to have players on his team with hair like mine. Boone replied, "Probably not." Later in the meeting, Boone tells Williams that he has a problem with the face of our program having dreadlocks. When Williams' mother brings up a California law that prevents employers from discriminating against people because of their natural hair, Boone says, "I don't have to live with that. I don't live in California, so I don't have to deal with that." The Williams family wrote, "Every student athlete has the right to wear natural hairstyles without fear of repercussions, exclusion, judgment, or feelings of abandonment from a team sport. Tyler must be able to attend school and do his job both on and off the court without feeling pressured to change his appearance based on someone's comfort level." And I agree with that. Styles such as dreadlocks, braids, cornrows, or, of course, afros can't be disentangled from Black culture. Boone's action of policing Black hair is a form of persuasive racism and bias. Yeah, I mean, I got a problem with that too. So let me see. It says the full letter can be found here. Let me see if I can continue. Let's see if we can pull it up. Okay. All right. So this is from his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Reginald Williams, to the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. Following our normal routine of talking with our children each night, my wife and I noticed something different in our oldest child, Tyler Allen Williams, 21. We could tell from the disappointing look, the lowering of his chin, and the sadness in his eyes that something was not sitting well with him. The son we raised to be a man of strong character and walk in high esteem, be well disciplined, courageous, and resilient, had a defeated look in his eyes as he sat next to our bedside and began to talk. The change in his physical stature came on the heels of his first face to face meeting with the new men's basketball coach at the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, Jim Boone. "Mom, Dad, I have something to tell you. When I met Coach for the first time face to face, he made an offensive and racist statement directly to me. He looked at my hair and stated that he did not like my hair and would not recruit other players with hair like mine. It took a toll on our son as Boone's statement tore deep into his soul. It made him feel as though he had fallen back in time to the darkened days of African American history that he read in books, he's seen in movies, television, and discussed in our home. To witness and live this tragic setback was devastating to Tyler. We reached out to the coach staff and the athletic director of UAFS to set a meeting. On Friday, August 16th, 2019, the meeting took place in the office of Coach Jim Boone. Attendees were head coach Jim Boone, Tyler Williams, and Mr. and Mrs. Reginald Williams. This is where we were able to validate our son's story and see a true display of discrimination revealed itself in character right before our eyes. The blatant, demonstrative, and bolsterous head coach of discrimination began to rear and show through the words and action of Coach Jim Boone. So they sent this letter. You know, from what I'm gathering, y'all, he still didn't get back on that team, even with the letter and meeting that his parents had with this coach. But I think this is a shame that this even happened to him. No one should be put out of a team or out of any event over their hair. And quite frankly, white people, y'all need to stop worrying about black people's hair, for real. Y'all need to stop. You know, you've been doing this for centuries now. It is time for this lame ass crap to stop. We don't need to worry about anybody's hair. It's not important. Not to the point where somebody's got to be put out of an event. And as if y'all are not walking around with some of these styles. Get out of here. Okay? Get out of here. I've seen them bad looking dreads on y'all too. Please. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. And you know what? And who hired this coach? You need to go above this coach and talk to whoever hired them or whoever's the dean of this college. That's who you need to meet with. And stop dealing with this coach altogether. Go above the coach's head. See the dean. Peace, family.